Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a foundation review, hence the blank face right now. I'm so excited to try this foundation out, you guys. Estee Lauder sent me their Double Wear Nude Cushion Stick Foundation a couple days ago, and I've been dying to try it because I've been waiting to film this video, but I cannot wait to test this out. I've heard great things about it on YouTube, so I wanted to see how I felt about it. I've been looking for a new, like, everyday light to medium coverage foundation, and I feel like this might be a great option for me. So before I jump into this first impression slash review video, I first of all wanted to remind you guys that I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers here on my channel, and we are getting so close. Every single day I'm getting more subscribers thanks to you guys hitting that button. I really appreciate it. Once we reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do an epic giveaway. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be putting up that giveaway video, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've started out with a fresh face. I cleansed my face with the Organic Clear Acne System. It's my favorite cleanser ever. It's made the world of a difference in my skin. You guys have heard me talk about it a few times here on my channel. I absolutely love it. But I also wanted to let you guys know that Organic Clear is doing a year-end sale, which is amazing. So right now you can get the 90-day supply, which is what I use a lot. There's just a lot more and it lasts a very long time. You can get that for $9.95. Now normally the 90-day supply is around $150, so getting it for $10 is a complete steal. So if you want to get clear skin for Christmas, give yourself clear skin for Christmas, then I would highly recommend jumping on this deal. So if you want to save $140 on the 90-day supply, I'm gonna be stocking up, I don't know about you guys, then you can use the code AG140. I will link it all down below so you can go check it out, and I will also link my video talking about Organic Clear so you guys can kind of see how much I love it and why it's worked for me and all of that. If you have not heard of Organic Clear and you just want to try it, they are still doing the free 30-day supply using the code AG free. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Okay, so this is the packaging. I'm gonna try out the shade 2N1 Desert Beige, and this is what it looks like. I think it's beautiful packaging. So I've already tried the Estee Lauder normal double wear foundation, and that's supposed to last 15 hours. The difference is this one is supposed to be a little bit of a lighter coverage and it lasts 8 hours. Also, another fun feature is there is a sponge applicator tip that comes on the actual foundation, which is kind of fun. I think that this could be awesome for traveling if you don't want to carry like a ton of application tools. It'd be great for just traveling with. Okay, let's see. It says it's supposed to have a natural, flawless, skin-loving formula that instantly hydrates, revealing a radiant finish. Weightless and comfortable, it perfects, evens, and smooths skin for a look that is nude only better. So it's supposed to look like your skin but better, it sounds like. Also, the sponge applicator is detachable, so you can clean it, which is a great feature. So then you can keep things sanitary, but you're supposed to twist up the top, and I have it. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so you twist it, and then I'm gonna read the instructions so I can apply it correctly. Pull off gold cap. Slowly twist the base of stick until first drop of makeup appears. Done. Tap. Apply with a gentle tapping motion, dotting foundation across forehead, nose, cheeks, or touch on only where needed. So we are going to dot it. Wow, I may have gotten a little bit much. Just gonna dot that all over, and that's it. Kidding. Okay, smooth out dots with circular motion or use light strokes to blend across skin. Okay, so here's the strokes, okay, or we can buff. I've seen a few reviews here on YouTube, and a lot of people don't really love the applicator. I don't mind it. I mean, it may not be the most efficient way to apply it, but it's not like terrible. I do feel like though, the applicator might be more useful for more of like a spot conceal type foundation application, just because you're not gonna get too much of a flawless, you know, blended out look with such a small applicator, in my opinion. At least not very quickly. It might take you a few minutes. Okay, so that is one layer. It definitely didn't give me very much coverage. I feel like it evened my skin tone out a little bit, and it definitely looks like my skin, but a little bit better. So I'm gonna let it set for just a second, and then I'm going to do another layer. And I'm also gonna blend it out with my beauty blender, because that's how I normally use foundations. So, you know, doing this review, I want to be able to give you something accurate, you know, which means I want to be able to apply it how I would normally apply a foundation. So, okay, so let's dot it around. This applicator is kind of nice though, even if you are using a different tool, just because you can dot it on your face directly out of the tube, which kind of makes it a little more sanitary and a little easier to work with in that way. So even if you don't use the applicator to like blend it out, I feel like it's still really nice to have. Okay, let's go in with layer 2 with the Beauty Blender. Oh, that's much better. Wow, so the Beauty Blender definitely worked a lot better in my opinion. So that's what I would suggest, is using the applicator to dot it around and then blending it out with a brush or a sponge, however you normally apply it. It has a beautiful finish though. Let me zoom you in so you guys can kind of see. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like super radiant, looks like your skin, but better. The finish is so beautiful. It definitely sets down once you wait a minute, but it's so pretty. I really love it. Like, it really does look like your skin, but better. Again, it doesn't really provide like a medium or full coverage right off the bat, but I do think it's buildable. And I mostly have just like scarring around this area, so I may reapply a little more here. But other than that, I feel like it looks great. I'm just looking for something that will kind of even out my skin tone really quickly. That will kind of just be a really good everyday foundation, and so far I love how this looks. I'm just gonna dot on these problem areas over here and blend that out just for a little extra coverage. It does build very nicely. Man, Estee Lauder has great products. I feel like I'm so late to jump on the bandwagon. Like, I know Estee Lauder has been around for years and years and years. My mom has used their products. I've like seen my grandma use their products, and for some reason, like in my head, I just associated it with like older women. And I don't know, that's like terrible to say, but when I went into Dillard's like a few months ago, I was actually gonna find like a different product from a completely different brand, but the girl at the Estee Lauder counter helped me find it, and she introduced me to a ton of great products, gave me samples, I tried them, loved them, and so now I'm like so super interested in Estee Lauder, even though I've known about it for years, it's been around for years, but I'm just so late on the bandwagon. Okay, I feel like that's how much coverage I want just for today. I'm just gonna be going out with family. We're gonna go see Moana, the Disney movie. I'm so excited. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna go to the movie, so I'm not going out with like a full face on, so this is the coverage that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. I finished my makeup. I realized earlier I didn't even tell you how much this retails for. So the Double Wear Nude Cushion Stick retails for $39.50, which is kind of weird because that's the same price as the original Double Wear foundation, except this has 0.47 fluid ounces and the Double Wear has, I believe, 1.0 fluid ounces. Let me double check. Yeah, the regular Double Wear is 1 ounce, so this has like half the amount of product in it, and since I did have to do 2 layers of this foundation, I feel like it may not last very long. I will definitely keep you guys posted and keep on using this so I can let you know if, you know, how long it even lasts. You're able to see how long it can last though, because as you twist the foundation, this will become smaller and smaller, so you can see how much you have left, which is kind of nice. Then you know when you need to repurchase. Maybe those 2 foundations are the same price because this one does have a cushion applicator, so maybe that's why the price is the same. I'm not sure, and the other foundation doesn't even have a pump, so maybe that's why they're the same price, even though you only get half the product. It's kind of strange. So yeah, I finished my makeup. I did set a lot of my T-zone area with the NYX HD powder, just because I tend to kind of get oily around those areas and the foundation does break up, so I set that down just to make sure I give you guys an accurate review on how, you know, I normally would wear a foundation. But my initial thoughts are I absolutely love the finish, the feel of the foundation. It doesn't feel heavy at all, and so I'm so excited to see how it wears throughout the day. Again, it is supposed to be an 8-hour long wear foundation, so I'm gonna be running errands and all that good stuff, going to see that movie. I'm so excited. It is currently 12:59. My phone is always dead. It is currently 12:59. Oh, it's currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I will be checking back in as soon as I come home and let you guys know how this wears throughout the day. I will see you guys in a few hours. Hang tight. Okay, so this is kind of awkward. This is actually a completely different day than when I filmed that last section. I ended up getting sick that day and couldn't finish filming that video. I ended up like getting so sick that I cried, and then like it ruined my foundation, so it wouldn't have been an accurate review for you guys. But I didn't want to refilm the first part, and I couldn't really since it was first impressions, so I just finished my makeup. It is 1:30. It is currently 1:30, and I'm going to be wearing this and then coming back and checking in. I have worn it a couple times since I filmed that first part, but I actually think that's pretty helpful because it helps me give you a more accurate review and more detailed review on how I actually feel about this foundation. So I'll keep you guys posted and I will check back in so you guys can kind of see how it wears. I applied it exactly the same. I did actually put this Becca Backlight Priming Filter underneath, which makes it a little more dewy, but it doesn't really help it last too much longer. But other than that, I applied it with the Beauty Blender and then I set it with the NYX HD finishing powder just in the T-zone especially. So I'll be checking back in with you guys in a couple hours and then I will give you my review at the end of the video. Alright, so I am back. It is currently 9:27 p.m. so it's been, what, 8 hours? I literally have not looked in the mirror since then. Oh, homegirl needs some chapstick. Let's take a look at the foundation though. So like I said before, this foundation is supposed to have an 8-hour wear, which is how long I wore it, and for the most part it really held up nicely. I mean, I noticed like some coverage disappeared here, but I was leaning on my hand a lot working today, so I probably rubbed a lot of that off. There's a little bit of shine through this area here, but that's normal for my skin anyways, because I do kind of get a little bit of oil around the T-zone and there's a little bit of breaking up around the nose, but I did not touch up once in 8 hours and I feel like it still looks really nice and natural for the most part. In these lights it looks way more shiny or dewy than it does in real life in normal lighting. I'm just gonna touch up those shiny areas in my T-zone with just my NYX HD powder. Just brush it a little bit over top, kind of control that shine, which I feel like it's really easy to do. And so like worst case scenario, if you're out and about and you get a little bit of shine, you could totally just bring some powder with you in your bag and just powder your T-zone or wherever you're getting oily. Then it kind of helps just mattify everything. But I have to say though, overall I am so impressed with this foundation. I honestly wasn't sure how I would feel about it because I do normally tend to go for more medium to full coverage foundations because I do tend to have a little bit of breakouts here and there. My skin, however, has improved a lot in the past few months, so that's why I was kind of on the hunt for something a little more light to medium coverage for those weeks or days when my skin is looking particularly good. And I feel like this met all of my wants. It really did. It gave me like a good enough coverage, a good enough buildable coverage to where it evens out my skin tone but still looks really natural, just kind of looks like it's your skin but better. That's what I was looking for, except for a lot of those foundations that are light to medium coverage either don't really give you any coverage at all in my opinion, or they wear off in like 2 hours. So I really appreciated how long wearing this was, considering the fact that it is a more light to medium coverage foundation and it's not built to last as long as some of those full coverage foundations. A lot of people who review this on YouTube don't really love the packaging. I personally did not mind it at all. In fact, I kind of like it. Like I said, I think it's really useful to have just something else to apply it with versus like not even a pump in the other original Double Wear foundation. So I prefer this packaging over the original Double Wear foundation, and I think it's fantastic for anyone who travels or is on the go. Like, this is something that I would totally pack with me. Then I wouldn't have to bring like another tool if I didn't want to, or I wouldn't have to worry about making a huge mess or having to dump it on the back of my hand to apply my foundation. So I really actually appreciate the sponge tip applicator, and I think that it's nice that you can actually twist off the top and clean it. So that's another thing that, you know, some people may have been concerned about, is whether, you know, this would start to harbor bacteria. You can totally just wash the sponge, so that's a plus as well. The only downside would be the price for the amount of product that you get. I think I mentioned earlier that you get like half as much as the original Double Wear foundation, and it's the exact same price. So that is kind of a bummer. And also, if you're like me and you do have some problem areas and you want a little bit more coverage sometimes, that might be a bummer because you will go through this faster than somebody who has like flawless skin and just wants a little bit of extra coverage, I guess. But another way to solve that would be to just use like concealer that matches your skin tone on like just the individual blemishes, and that way you don't waste foundation building up coverage. But yeah, I just think it gives the most dewy, radiant, natural finish. I absolutely love it. I don't really have any complaints about it as far as like the wear goes, except for, you know, it did separate around the nose, but that's totally normal for any foundation for me. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this foundation a 9 probably. Like, it's one of my favorite foundations I've ever used, at least when it comes to an everyday type foundation that's not gonna feel super heavy but still gives you good coverage and a really nice finish. I absolutely love it. It's exactly what I was looking for an everyday type foundation, so the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because of the amount of product in here for the price. But then again, you do get the sponge applicator, which probably is why it costs that much, but I wish they would either add a little bit more product or lower the price a little bit. I feel like it would be a little more fair if that was the case. So if you guys have been looking for a good everyday foundation and you haven't found it yet, definitely go check this out. I'm sure you can go get samples just to test it out if you're not sure about buying a full size yet. Also, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I have normal to combination skin. Right now it's pretty combination because it's winter time and the weather is changing drastically, therefore my skin is freaking out. So I normally get oily in the T-zone, and I can also get dry patches all over. This didn't really cling to any of my dry patches as far as I noticed, and it also wasn't too dewy to where it really accentuated any oily places even after 8 whole hours of wearing it. So I only have good things to say about this foundation, I really do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a little something about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Cushion Stick Radiant Makeup. That is a mouthful. Let me know if you guys have tried it and what you think down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are almost to 10,000 subscribers. We really are not that far. Once I reach 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing an epic giveaway here on my channel. I've already started purchasing things, you guys. It's gonna be so good. I promise I will not let you down. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.